Hi, I'm Eve. By day, I'm a Forrester analyst. By night, I work on the user-managed access standard. Now, we're all passionate people here. I think we're passionate about privacy and identity and innovation. And a lot of us are passionate about user empowerment, individual empowerment. I notice that a lot of times, though, that experts are more passionate about user empowerment than actual people are. So perhaps we should conclude that experts are not people. What really pisses people off is forms like this, which is how we often share data with applications. Every asterisk means probably some oversharing, and probably means lying where we can get away with it, right? Now, we do share content with other people, like videos and photos and calendars, through secret links. Yes, this is me in my barbershop chorus. You're not supposed to see this. Don't look. Sharing data that way is not very secure. It's certainly not secure for tax or health data. So we have this cool new way of sharing data with applications, like this one here, which calls out to Twitter and has me authorize access to my Twitter feed. The solution happens to use a technology called OAuth, which I love. It enables me to go to Twitter and maybe revoke access. The pattern of APIs in the world, like Twitter's API, follows a familiar pattern that we know. Why are APIs so huge? Why are there thousands upon thousands of APIs? Business models. People have discovered that you can actually indirectly or directly make money if you throttle access to APIs. So access control is not just about security, it's about monetization, which leads to some perverse incentives. So yeah, the problem here is that you're the last party asked to consent. You're consenting at runtime. Runtime consent is weak. Now, when we negotiate with a big company or an online service, we like to think that we're negotiating with them and we're even, but we're not. They have more lawyers than we do typically, and they're a server and we're a client. So our goal is to actually get more in control, but that's difficult to do. What we need is a solution that gives us a proactive authorization power of attorney that we get to choose that interacts with all of the many data sources and services we have. Now notice, a credit score is reputation data. We don't control that, but we do control access to it. This is an example of an application that actually has a user interface for doing exactly this. It's built on the user-managed access standard. And so it centralizes the control of a whole bunch of data. It does things like whitelisting applications that I want to use myself, kind of like OAuth works, and also setting hoops for others to jump through before they can get access. This changes the power relationship dramatically. What you're seeing here is the architecture we need to solve this problem, and this is the user-managed access, or UMA architecture. I'm cheating by leaving this on the thing twice here. It's based on OAuth. It has a number of interesting consequences by allowing the centralization of policy and the proactive application of policy. Imagine if you want to grant access to somebody in your life who manages care for you if you're very ill, and if you pass away, how do they get access to your stuff? How do you get access to your stuff? Sometimes it's Alice to Bob sharing, sometimes it's Alice to Alice sharing, which is the OAuth use case. Now, what's actually going on under the hood? I'm sometimes known as the Queen of Venn, so I had to include a Venn diagram. It's really just OAuth and OpenID Connect under the hood. These are very familiar to folks who engage in the API economy, those who do API management and API security. Who wants a solution like this? Well, some examples. A lot of healthcare communities that are looking for patient-centric health data. Folks who work in the personal cloud, you'll hear some other Ignite talks later tonight about this, and those who do, especially mobile-focused APIs. Now, is Facebook going to want this? Actually, probably not. Why? Because their business model is to scrape user data. That's how they make payroll. That's always the question I ask first. But I think they're going to be encouraged in this direction ultimately by others. How real is this? It's in draft form, but it's stable. There's a bunch of open source. This artwork was commissioned by a company that crowdfunded an effort to develop open source for Apache servers. So I just want to leave you with these thoughts. It's about selective sharing. Let's turn positive and not think just about privacy. The API economy has accidentally given us this chance. Let's not blow it.